Today we're going to be talking about microtransactions and the correct and incorrect ways to do them. This is going to include DLC. Let's get into it. With microtransactions, it's more about how you do it than what's actually being done. Until companies release information about exact game sales, cost of production, cost of marketing, and cost of research and development, I'm going to choose to not speak on if microtransactions are needed or not needed. What's more important is how they are handled by their companies. There's a difference between 2K, FIFA, Battlefront 2, and Overwatch microtransactions. 2K and FIFA present a model that's very close to being pay to win. In 2K and FIFA they have packs. Now to get good players, or to get players at all, you need to open these packs. Eventually you'll be able to go into a marketplace and be able to purchase these players, but starting off the game, packs are the best ways to get a good player. But the thing about 2K and FIFA is there's a very low chance of getting a good player in some of these packs, especially in 2K. FIFA, the chances may be higher, but in 2K the chances of getting a very good player from a pack is very slim, so it feels very underhanded when 2K releases a new pack and then proceeds to make the odds of pulling a player from this new pack incredibly low. The reason these systems are only close to pay to win is because you can still find good players without having to buy the pack. There's still an avenue to build a better team without going through the microtransactions. That being said, those that spend their money on the game and buy the packs have a way easier time of getting these better players. So, close to pay to win, not exactly pay to win. Battlefront 2 followed the same formula, with their upgrade system being linked to loot boxes, which are very much like packs. What makes Battlefront 2 different than 2K or FIFA though, is that the upgrades that you get from these loot boxes, there is no auction house for you to go and sell or buy these upgrades. So the loot boxes are literally the only way to get the upgrades. This system caused a huge uproar last year when Battlefront 2 came out, especially on Reddit. But recently this system has been completely overhauled to be more consumer friendly. Hopefully this situation with Battlefront 2 will cause other game companies to see that consumers do not like these pay-to-win microtransaction models in their $60 video games. Another popular system of microtransactions in video games today are the cosmetic-only microtransactions. This can be seen in games such as Overwatch. This system is way less harmful than the ones such as in Battlefront 2, FIFA, and 2K because it does not affect gameplay in any way, shape, or form. The system still resembles 2K and Battlefront 2 in the sense that you open up packs or loot boxes and you get 5 random items. The difference is these random items affect gameplay in no way. They're all cosmetic. It only makes your character look different. Cosmetic only is what most gamers accept as acceptable for video games that cost a full $60. But I would argue that all these systems are wrong because they all closely resemble gambling. The difference being Battlefront 2 and 2K make you gamble for food and shelter. Overwatch makes you gamble for a new coat. The aspect that I'm saying is wrong is the gambling part. If there truly is a need for companies to make more money after a game launches, why do it in the form of gambling? Why do it in the form of these loot boxes? Why not simply present a product and allow the player to download or buy it if they want to? This method is more preferable in cosmetic-only systems. As I mentioned earlier, Battlefront 2 took their system from pay-to-win to a full cosmetic-only system. This would be the next step in them making their system even more trustworthy. Games such as 2K and FIFA would need a complete overhaul to their My Team and Ultimate Team systems in order to even think about using a method such as this. Considering this method cuts out the middleman of packs, it would make 2K and FIFA a complete pay-to-win system, with players simply buying the very best players because they can afford it. But moving on to DLC. DLC is a little bit different than regular microtransactions. The reason most people accept DLC as being perfectly fine is because you know exactly what you're gonna get before you buy it. You don't have to roll the dice to see if you're gonna get good DLC or bad DLC. You just get exactly what they advertised. The only way DLC is scrutinized nowadays is if it is clearly content that has been ripped out of the main game simply to be sold later as DLC. As long as there's no gambling aspect or any underhanded ways of getting more money from the player, gamers and publishers and developers can be happy. And one last thing I need to touch on before I go. As gamers, we have come to accept certain issues. The servers in 2K not working the first week, bugs and glitches being fixed in numerous games weeks or months after the game releases. I'm looking at you, Division. Day 1 content not being implemented until months later. These are just some of the things that gamers have come to expect. But I'm here to say that it's time for us to get our self-respect back. It's hard for devs and publishers to make these games, but it's also hard for consumers to go to work every day and earn money to pay for their product. Tell me this, would any of you accept it if you buy a brand new Mustang and the car dealer says, we'll install your AC and heating in 2 months? Or if it has an oil leak or a faulty ignition switch? Hell nah. Most people would complain, most people would demand a refund or demand it to be fixed or demand a new working vehicle. No adult would ever say, but it's so hard for Ford to make these cars, or try to make excuses for a company, especially if they're paying hard-earned money for a product. These games are just as much product as they are art, and as gamers we deserve just as much respect as other companies give their consumers. Well, that's about it for me, y'all. Y'all like and subscribe if y'all enjoy my content, and comment down below how you feel about this microtransaction / DLC stuff in today's gaming. I'm Big Stall, and I'll catch y'all later. Peace.